All right, in this video, I want to cover the most effective tone to have on cold calls, which is an assumptive tone. I refer to it as assumptive alignment. Over the years, I've found the biggest thing holding back reps from more success is using passive or optional sounding language rather than using stronger, more assumptive sounding language. It's a small distinction, but it makes a massive difference and totally changes the tone of your message. So in this video, I want to cover some of the common passive examples that I see reps using that you might be using that is hurting your results and how to replace them with stronger, more assumptive sounding language. But first, what is assumptive alignment? In my mind, it's what it sounds like. You should speak as though you are assuming you're going to get aligned on this topic, so therefore your tone should imply that a meeting is going to be taking place rather than asking if they're free or if they're interested. So I see what reps will use two identical talk tracks, but one will finish up asking for time in a passive, optional sounding way, and the other will finish up sounding more assumptive and using stronger language, and person B will have infinitely better results, even though their talk tracks were the exact same. So here's some common examples that I'll see of passive language that reps use that hurt their results. It sounds something like, great, I was hoping to set some time next week just to get introduced if you're free. Are you available on Wednesday or Thursday? So what I say is, if you're free, if you're interested, are you possibly available? Those are passive, optional sounding examples. You want to replace it with something more assumptive, like, great, let's set up some time next week just to get introduced and aligned on this. Are you free Wednesday or Thursday? Or, great, I'm looking to set up some time next week just to get introduced on this. Are you free Wednesday or Thursday? So it's a small distinction, but you want to change words like, I was hoping to, if possible, are you possibly free or available, or would it make sense to, and replace it with something like, I'm looking to, or let's set up some time. I'm looking to set up some time. Either way, let's set up some time next week. Those are stronger, more assumptive sounding examples that work both on cold calls and emails. And it might seem like a small difference, but I promise you, in law of large numbers, over the course of 100, 500, 1,000 interactions, you're going to end up booking a lot more meetings by being more assumptive and confident in your language. So the reason this works is because of what I just said. You sound more confident. It's subconscious, but you signaling that you're assuming you're going to get aligned on this kind of gives off a sense that you've been here, you've done this, and you've called or emailed people just like this person, and therefore you've earned the right to sound assumptive. Subconscious in their head, but that's what the tone implies. It also gives them an additional obstacle to overcome, so it's a little harder to say no to someone when they speak more assumptively, because now they really have to gear up and wind up to tell you no right back at you. But if you make it easy for them and say, would you possibly be free next week? It's really easy for them to say, no, why don't you just send me an email? Where if you more say, I'm looking to get aligned on this next week, are you free Wednesday or Thursday? Yes, they can still say no, and you still will get no's. I'm not pretending like this is going to cure everything, but it does make it a little bit harder for them to say no when you speak with that confident, assumptive sounding tone. So that's why I think this is so important. And I'll just finish up saying you should be assumptive, because if you're someone who knows you can actually help this person, you kind of just need to snap them out of their day-to-day. A lot of these people are procrastinating and actually need to get going on these initiatives, whatever we're reaching out about. I work in tech sales. What I sell can save companies hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars at times. I just need some time on their calendar. So I'm trying to just snap them out of their day-to-day, and I know I've helped people just like them. So I speak assumptively because I'm confident that I can actually help them. So hopefully this helps. It's a small distinction, but I've found it's the quickest way to immediately start experiencing better results. It doesn't fix everything, but it's going to make a big difference. So let me know what you think, and I'll see you on the next one.